Hi there, people. This is Pray Love. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to comment on my experience of today of actually going to the gym with Chambre Noire by Olfactive Studio. This fragrance is actually not considered to be a very um, easy to wear fragrance or whatever, but I no one said anything to me, nor I like had any the gym was pretty much empty anyway, so like there's not much of a story to be made. But I could test the scent a lot because when you're sweating, it does things and it goes in directions. So what do I think of Chambre Noire by Olfactive Studio? I think that it is a very nice fragrance. It's very different. Um, you won't find much like comparable fragrances out there? I don't think so. There's kind of a vibe to it that the first thing I said, like when I first, because I tried it in the store and the person was like not telling me what it is and just not the name or anything and made me smell it. And the first thing I thought of was, well, first off, leather and also like film, like actual film, like camera film, like what you get into VHS tapes and like actual film, footage. That I thought that it reminded me of that smell, and she was like, "That's pretty awesome because it actually is Chambre Noire, so it has something to do with film. With they wanted to produce a scent that would be close to a Chambre Noire, so a room where you develop photography. So there is film hanging there. There's chemicals. There's things like that, and they wanted to do a kind of a similar vibe, not getting into the actual smelling of those chemicals and film and the water and whatever, but just the whole experience, the whole vibe. A fragrance that could be worn easily, probably by photographers and stuff. I don't really know, in fact, because I didn't check this out. I just made my mind around it and whatever. Perhaps you're hearing me and you're like, this is not what it's supposed to be. I know the guy with the company and that's not it. But anyway, that was my whole interpretation when I went there and smelled the fragrance firsthand. And so this fragrance, what do you expect with that fragrance? It's a pretty dark fragrance. It's a fragrance that is based around what I get most is like leather, musk, yeah, vanilla sweetness, kind of a fruit, also like a ripe fruit, uh, kind of like plum like I think I read plum somewhere. I'm not sure, but I think I read plum in the notes, and it does make sense. I would think like a ripe like dark fruit. There's perhaps dried fruits and incense. There's like an incensey kind of candle-like feeling with it. It is a very dark, challenging scent. A scent that probably people should, uh, you know, try before they buy because yeah, don't blind buy that. It's very intense, but it does have a very unique, distinct quality to it. Like no one will ever smell like you. Like except if they also wear that fragrance, then you could say, yeah, what a fragrance nerd are you to actually wear the same fragrance I do, and it's a niche, obscure fragrance that doesn't have that much hype. But anyway, the point is it has a candy like kind of thing going on, but not like a cheap candy, like a super sugary. It's not very sugary. It's more like an old school candy that people would make by themselves, like an old school gelatin candy that had like really the fruit in it. And it smells high class. It does smell very high class. It does have an aura to it that is like very powerful too. It's dark but very powerful. And yeah, I like that fragrance a lot. Would I buy it? I don't think so. I'm more in the process of slimming down the fragrance that I own. Uh, but it would probably be, I think I would like to go more into niche perfumery in the future. It would be one of the fragrances I could have like in my list of if I get it like cheaper than retail, perhaps. It's a damn good scent. It's very, very cool. But I think that it's not for everyone. The kind of a mix with leather and the sweetness, but everything is very, very dark. It is not a very top note oriented fragrance. I don't even like, I can't even imagine what the top notes are on that fragrance. It's very mid and base fragrance, and it stays like that, and it powers like the super bassy fragrance vibe and the leather and the more it dries down, the more you get that leathery vanilla musk all together, like a creamy leather. Um, yeah, it's a like, you should try it, because I think that if I say that, yeah, it's like a creamy leather, most people will say, "What is he talking about? What is a creamy leather?" But it does exist. It's in that fragrance. It's that lactonic, musky, sweet kind of a leather, but it's still a leather, and it has something petroleum going on too, like a petroleum vibe, kind of like a violet leaf, like a violet, like the flower vibe, a bit like a Fahrenheit, Dior Fahrenheit, but less masculine, manly, more like unisex. It's like a sweeter take on that violet and leather combo. Um, yeah. And is it like that challenging? I don't think so. I think that pretty much most people would pretty much think that this fragrance is at least okay. I'm not sure that everyone would find this fragrance very sexy. I think that some people will. Some people definitely will. I do. I like when I smell that, I'm like, this is hot, you know? Someone that has that as like a certain charisma to me, that like it's very different yet very sexy, has the same code, you know, the leather is oftentimes seen as very sexy, sensual, the musky vanilla thing going on too. This set is absolutely unisex. As long as you wear dark clothing, I mean, you're pretty much good to go with that scent. Pairings with colors, I think dark clothing's red, dark blue, darker colors like dark green would fit to orange, yeah, to an extent, burnt orange perhaps. Avoid yellows, avoid pinks, perhaps like every purple, things like that. That would be cool, but apart from that, yeah, don't wear like pastel and but I'm not saying like don't wear it. I'm just not picturing myself wearing pastel with that, or white or pink or yellow or bright colors. So that's pretty much it for this fragrance, and it has like an artistic vibe to it. So if you are an artist, that could complement. If you are like an artist but that's not like completely bohemian like I am, I'm not very like the bohemian type, you know, long hair whatever artist, yet I am still pretty much an artist. I think that if you are like me, it could you could rock it very easily with like nice clothings, you know, different, unique, yet like commanding like elegance and a sense of charisma and power. That, I mean, will do a good job. Yeah. So that's it for this video. Spread love and spray love. Bye bye.